the World Center of Racing, and 1 week from today it'll play host to yet another season opener, and that is the Speed Racing Network HairClub Truck Series in its 7th rendition. And tonight it is a pair of 20-lap duels to set the starting lineup for next week's big 70-lapper at the virtual Daytona International Speedway. New names, new faces, new trucks with new liveries, and we get to see them all put on display tonight. I am Emerson Arndt, and I have David Flanagan alongside myself in the virtual booth this evening, and we're excited to be bringing you live coverage from virtual Daytona Beach, Florida. Qualifying, single car qualifying is done and dusted. We're getting ready to do battle tonight on the high banks at Daytona. David, glad to be back here. It's your first time to join me in the booth, but I imagine you've been able to keep up with some of the recruitment races. What's your take on what you've seen this preseason, and what we're going to take with us into points racing starting next week?
Yeah, I'm glad to be here, and this is my second recruitment race, and the first one I actually did was at Las Vegas, and the really strong competitors were, of course, the Park brothers and Kyle Spees and the likes of them. But look out for some underdogs. I know Evan Carbon, he's one to watch here in the field. He's got a lot of plate racing under his belt, and so we'll see this quick 20-lap sprint here and see how clean we keep it here.
Absolutely, and the trucks are already on the high banks. They're pacing behind the iRacing.com safety vehicle there in front of the field. So 2 20-lap duels. This first duel that's on your screen right now, we're getting ready to get to racing here. This 20-lapper, this will set the inside column for next week's season opener. And then our second duel later on in the evening tonight will set the outside column starting order. Of course, you win tonight in this first duel, you will be the pole sitter. And so here we go. We got a familiar face on that front row with Jeffrey Vickery. Bo Brady, a returning driver, will start to his outside. Wally Babb, new name, Dake Carty there in the 4th position. Matthew Greathouse in 5th. There's 15 trucks. We'll learn them all through the course of these 20 laps or so. The field rounding their way off of turn number 4. It's time to get to it, David. I'm excited. How about you?
Oh, I'm pumped. I'm ready.
Well, here we go. As the field approaches the restart zone, the iRacing.com safety vehicle will make that hard left-hand turn into the safety of pit lane. The field in the hands of Jeffrey Vickery. And for the first time in Season 7, racing commences here from Daytona.
So I figured they're going to be a little bit tame for about the first 5 laps here, and then we'll probably see him kind of ramp up here, kind of test the waters, maybe jump 3. We'll see. But yeah, that would be my game plan. Get to the front as soon as possible and stay up there.
So the field's still getting up to speed. Bo Brady jumps out with a big shove from behind. Looks like the 26 Drake Carty, my apologies there, getting already nice and friendly with the 9 machine. You want to start making friends, you want to do it early here in the duels. You'll have those names, those numbers stuck to the back of your head come race time, come when it's time to go. Next time out. 3 wide now for the race lead. Drake goes to the high side. It's Vickery in the middle. No help up top. The bottom 2 lanes all formed up nice. And we'll see now if the 59 can use that side draft. Keep that machine up there. Looks like the 78, 99, everyone's going to be going by there on the inside. Evan Carbon there in the 4th position, staying glued to that 51 machine. And here comes the 8 of Matthew Greathouse, surging up behind the 99 of Wally Babb.
Yep, best way to make friends on a play race is, well, push them to the front. You push someone to the front, they're going to remember you.
Absolutely. So everyone taking their time, getting up to speed, getting friendly with one another. It's a 20-lap duel. Wow, again, of course, it's a very short race. That means here at Daytona, it's only, quick math, 50 miles of racing. Still a lot of time for you to kind of settle in, pick your friends, and see where you're going to go forward, or who you're going to go forward with here when it comes down to crunch time. So here we go. The inside starting to surge ahead. Babb is cleared there. That second truck on the inside. Scott Kalal, Dan Park, some returning drivers there in that 3rd row. Double wide there. Got the 00 there. Chris Luttrell, new name to the series as well. Shane Wolf returning driver there. He's going to link up with the 7 to Dan Park on the high side. 2x2 they go around the Daytona International Speedway. It's Vickery that time across the stripe out in front.
Yeah, these trucks are so momentum based on the super speedways. You really need to push about 3, sometimes 4 deep to really get a line to be moving. So it looks like we're kind of stagnant here.
That it is, but of course everyone's getting the feel for the momentum. That inside really shoving there. You see Bab all out of shape, trying to get that 9 machine pushed forward. But Vickery and Carlbon all nice and steady on the high side. Vickery drops down. He's clear to the race lead.
That's going to be good for Evan there. He's going to get some clean air on that front nose, cool down that truck there. Or you might see Evan, my underdog here, see if he can steal one.
Carlbon. Big shove from Park. Surging forward. Carlbon clears. Park now all out by himself on the high side. He'll fall back to James Shanewell, but Carlbon takes to the lead. 10 spots from where he started.
Yep, and look for Carlbon here to really control these lanes here. So once that truck on the bottom gets hot, he'll push him clear, and then you'll see Carlbon clear up again. And it'll be the same process over and over again. We'll see if this high line can get Park pushed clear. That'll really help them out.
They've got good momentum on that high side, as Park has Shanewell following closely behind. A 59 there, which is actually scored as the 26th tonight. Drake Carty, that 3rd truck in line pushing hard. Justin Smith, that 4th truck in the top 2 clear down. How about that?
Yep, that's good, but you might see Evan pull up to the high side here and get in front and lead that high lane again.
Well, here we go. Shane Wolf jumps out of line instead. So Shane Wolf going to the top side. He's going to go experiment with some of the new names. Why not? That's a qualifier. Figure out what you can do now with some of these guys you haven't raced with or potentially haven't raced with before. And you see all of a sudden Drake Carty in a mess. In the middle, 3 wide, bouncing off of other trucks. And now Shane Wolf is getting blocked. Vickery jumps up. Now Carlbon jumps up. Dan Park left on the inside. Carlbon, a big shove. Clears it to lead. Contact behind.
On the apron.
The 32 of Scott Kalal saves it. Contacted there by, looks like it was the, we got a truck slowing in hard into the fence is the 14 of Shane Wolf.
Wow. Great job by everybody to miss that there. Everybody on the brakes, checking up. It was a great heads up, especially since it came from front of the field right there.
Absolutely. Well, now we're going to go back and see what happened to the 14 machine of James Shanewolf and see if we can decipher how this one went down. So here we are. We've got the got him coming through the tri-oval. Lots of shoving. Very, very aggressive. And Shane Wolf contacted by Dan Park there in the middle, hard into the outside wall. Up on the safer barrier was the rear end of the 14 machine. Looks like also involved Bo Brady and Daniel Park. See if we get another look at it. This one trying to get up above.
Yeah, that's the thing about the high side there. As soon as stuff starts going off, it's hard to stay out of it.
They were 3 wide and just squeezed down onto that inside lane. 3 does not go into 1. And unfortunately, Shane Wolf, Park, and Brady all get a math lesson very early here in the duel.
Looks like that 14 car truck doesn't have that much damage, so he should be able to get back going here.
Yeah, albeit the very interesting wreck going up on the safer barrier and all that jazz. You're right. Doesn't look like much damage from that or for that 14 machine. One more look at it here. And this again does not go into 1. Looks like the front bumper comes off there off the 7 machine of Daniel Park, but the 14 of Shane Wolf down onto the flat, grabs the gear, gets back going.
It looks like Park was just middle and 14 truck just didn't realize it, came down on his nose a little bit. But that's all right. That's plate racing, James. We've all done it.
Well, And that's something, right, that now you have that memory. You put it in your back pocket for next week, right, where you now, unfortunately, this incident comes from names that Shane Wolf and Park, they've raced in the series before. They've raced each other before. So if that changes your perspective on one another, that may be an unfortunate thing. But you learn something for the duel right now. Now you'll be like, well, I gotta, when the going gets tough, when we start to narrow like that, I've got to back out of it, or I got to get myself up the track, or I've got to do something different. You can use this as a learning moment now that it's happened in a non-points scenario before the season started.
Yep, that's a great point there. Everything tonight is just feeling it out, and also, I mean, we're racing for qualifying position, obviously, but I mean, this is a big feel out more than anything.
Yeah, absolutely. 15 trucks, right? So double that. Looks like we're going to have 30 trucks just showing up tonight. Who knows what the field size will be come 7 days from now. You guys can all still register. Time is not up to register for Season 7 here for the Hair Club Truck Series. It's going across the bottom of your screen right now, be it that it is www.speedracingnetwork.com has all the information you need to register. Get yourself into the action here as we work our first caution period here, duel number 1 from the Daytona International Speedway. We'll take a quick message from our partners here at Speed Racing Network. Don't go anywhere.
What I'm about to do is something you never want to do, ever, period. But because I have top coat F11, I can. Watch this. Literally, black paint. I'm just wiping it dry. Come on, you can't beat that. You just can't beat that. That's top coat F11 for you.
Welcome, race fans, back to the virtual Daytona International Speedway. Emerson Arden, David Flanagan, alongside myself, and we are getting ready to get back to the racing action here in duel number 1 here from Daytona. As the field approaches the restart zone, it is Evan Carlbon, the race leader. As the iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety down the pit lane, racing recommences from Daytona, 10 to go.
And this is where it should spice up here. I mean, we should see him go 3 wide, probably around 5 to go. That's when I would expect to make a move, maybe even less than that. I mean, usually that third lane in these trucks, it doesn't really work until the last lap or coming off of 4. So we might not even see it until then.
Everyone's getting up to speed, reaching the end of these 4th gears for these trucks. You finally are clipping your top speed here as you enter turn 3. You really won't be all the way up to speed until you're into turn 1 next time by. Still building.
Vickery got the run down the backstretch there, and he cleared down off of Evans' nose.
That's right, Vickery is out in front now to 59, or 26 will score him as. Carday, trying to work his way forward. He's got Scott Kalal in hot pursuit. Scott Kalal, remember, was one of those trucks contacted in all the melee behind the James Shane Wolf incident right before it happened. And that very much could have brought out the first caution of the evening. And a big block there as Wally Babb, I believe that is, jumps up. It is Babb jumping up in front of the 26 Carday. And we'll see what they can do as they link up on the high side. Carbon has to shove the 51. He's got Greathouse hot in pursuit. And it's Kalal, the third truck on the outside lane, and all packed up. All 13 remaining vehicles of the 14 running. Bo Brady has lost the lead draft in this one, and he'll hope for some carnage to fall his way.
I think that truck that was involved in that wreck earlier up here, I think he's got a little bit of damage here. That top line's just not able to get really up together and able to push.
We're right on board with Spencer Brown as you see the two lanes starting and diving. Carbon jumps up high, way up there, going for the race lead again. You see they reach upwards of 190 miles an hour here in the virtual back straightaway at Daytona.
Yeah, that's a good move there by Carbon.
Yeah,
he knows that top line is coming, and he's going to want that push from him. So he jumps out and tries to make the move and get the first there.
Absolutely. Big momentum from the top line as Babb all over the place trying to push the 78 of Carbon, but unfortunately some commotion going on for the 26 machine of Carday. In and out of connection here at Daytona, trying to stay with us and keep that 26 machine running, but the more he blinks, the less help he provides.
Yeah, it looks like Carbon's going to get pushed clear here. We'll see if he decides to jump down or stay up high.
Carbon clears. Babb wasn't. And Shane Wolf was put in the middle 3 wide earlier down the back straightaway. Carbon clears. Now Babb has the hard task of trying to surge back forward with a blinking pusher behind. Carbon jumps back up high. Is he going to play the Pied Piper? Is he going to play both lanes? Here we go. 6 to go from Daytona.
I told you, Evan's got a lot of plate racing under his belt. He knows how to really control these lanes.
Well, that'll be put to the test tonight here in duel number 1. Also looking to add their name into the hat. There is the 90 scored as the 85. There's Zachary Tallman. Was one of the other trucks contacted as the 51 of Vickery down on the yellow line. Babb shoving the 78. He clears down. Carday not clear. Carday back up the track. Has to save that 59 machine.
Evan's playing these lines well, but he's got to watch out. He doesn't know any of these guys. They'll leave him out real quick.
There goes Babb. Wally Babb flies to the front. Big shove from the 26. Babb clears out to the lead in that threat level Midnight Motorsports machine, and Wally Babb now leads with 5 laps to go here in duel number 1. Lots of...
So far... Sorry.
No,
Sorry about that.
Go for it.
So far, it's relatively tame with 5 to go. We're still looking at some major moves if they're going to start pushing 3 wide, or someone's got to be hungry from the back to get to the front.
Carbon jumps up. Big shove now from Carday. Carbon and Carday seeing what they can do on the high side. Carday trying to go middle. They hold steady. 78 back clear to the lead. 4 to go.
That top line seems to be struggling with the blinking truck there.
A big shove from Greathouse to the back end there of the 51. The one disadvantage of the duels, right, is you don't have that big of a pack to generate momentum. And as you'll see, we'll take a wider shot here. The field has dropped off a little bit. There is only 7 trucks still healthily alive in this lead pack, all on your screen right there. And so the momentum is not going to come all that easy. Momentum is going to have to build for about a lap and a half before it really comes to fruition here. And you'll see here's Bab tries to peek on the 78.
You're really going to need one of these guys from the bottom to jump up and help that top lane out. That 14 is going to have a hard time pushing right now with the damage that he has. He can't really be the third truck in line for the top line to do anything. They're going to need someone from the bottom to jump up here.
That's a good observation. Now Bab maybe contacted there by the 26. Carbon jumps up, tries to go down low. Big checkup, and Shane Wolf hard into the outside wall. Makes contact with the 6 of Justin Smith. 2 laps to go. And near carnage into tri-oval.
I don't know if they all just hit the brakes or if that was like a shotgun neck code or what happened there, but that was some major checkup right there.
Big move now. Wally Babb jumps up with Vickery. Nose to tail on the high side.
Yep, and this is where the friends are going to come into play. It's who knows who right now.
Well, Babb and Vickery, they did race last season. And they are working very well together now as they come into 1 lap to go. Here in the duels, Carbon jumps up, Greathouse drops down. Greathouse going with the namesakes. Vickery goes for a slide on the inside. He saves it.
Vickery hit the bib. They're going to be 3 wide for a moment.
Contact! Carde saves it. Greathouse 3 wide. Greathouse, Vickery, and Carde. Kalal trying to shoot the middle as well. Here comes Shane Wolf. Justin Smith as well. Spencer Brown trucks into wall. Kalal contacts the 26.
Looks like it was just 2 trucks off there. Evans leading the high line here. The 8 truck's going to try and step out.
3 wide in the heart of the pack as they roar off of turn 4. It's Wally Babb who sees the checkers. Is he gonna cross the line first? Wally Babb will start on pole. We'll start third if he's not the pole starter. Wally Babb wins dual race number 1. What a wild turn of events. There at the end of it, Scott Kalal crawling to the lane, Shane Ledoux, Zachary Tallman trying to close things out here. And so it's Wally Babb with the dual victory here at Daytona. Vickery, Shane Wolf, Smith, Carbon Brown, Greathouse. And we go to duel number 2. Straight to it, another 15. Here we go.
Yep, that was an exciting finish. I think Greathouse, if he would have stayed right there, they would have both finished. They would have had a shot at blocking out the front row. Greathouse went for the win. Can't blame him there.
They would have. As we take a look at the starting lineup for duel number 2, there it is. Andrew Harris, Kyle Spees, Kyle Johnson, Jeffrey Radke, Michael Sidor, Corey Stahl, Jason Kratke, and Jason Green. David, why don't you take us 9th to the end?
All right, so 9th on back, we got Sean Corrigan, Joe Rogels Jr. And then 11th, we got Ben Park. 12th, we got Sean Woodside. 13th, we got Sean Long. 14th, we got Lane Doyle. And 15th, rounding out the grid here, we got Connor Cunningham.
Those are 15 trucks there for duel number 2. Getting ready to duel battle. They are already rolling off the pit lane. There is the 87 of Andrew Harris. Alongside the 36 Cal Spees. And man, both of these guys, along with Radke as well, top 3 awesome race winners from last season. Looking to see if they can duplicate some of that success this time around and see if they can go a little further with it. Cal Spees, of course, won multiple times last time out in last season and was one of the favorites to get it done last season, to win the championship. Unfortunately, not able to get it done, losing out to Ben Morrow at Nashville. Andrew Harris, trying to see what he can do. Got that Darlington win last season, very memorable, last to first at one of the toughest racetracks. Andrew Harris, that is a wheelman in the 87.
Yeah, I can tell just by you saying that. Last to first at Darlington, that is no easy task.
So the field of 15, crawling at the 70-mile-an-hour pace speed behind the safety vehicle. We had a, for the most part, tame duel, right? We had the one caution and the one incident on the last lap. Will we see the anticipation be higher, more craziness in this duel? Will it be more the same?
From what I saw in the first one, it looked like we kind of had a mix of new drivers and returning drivers, and it looks like this one we have a lot of returning drivers, so we might see a little more respect out of this duel than we did in the first one.
That's true. I can only recognize maybe 2 or 3 names that are new to the series. Most of these guys did race last season. So as the iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety down the pit lane, the field in the hands of the 87 of Andrew Harris, and green flag in the air racing from the World Center of Racing in Duel 2.
Big bump, big check up there on the inside.
Huge checkup. Kyle Spees clears to the race lead.
It's going to get them all disconnected here. They're going to have a pretty big run here coming out of 4.
And you got to stay on it right there in those restart gears, right? Second, third gear, getting up to speed there, David. You know as well as ever, right? With this draft model, it is very easy to lose a draft if you lift a little too much. You're not going to grab that 4th gear in time and catch that win. Now, it looks like everyone did, for the most part, stay with it. Connor Cunningham, their tail end of the field, he is all caught up. So everyone doing their due diligence to stay with the lead draft, and Jeffrey Radke doing his due diligence to take the race lead, pushed by the 33 of Corey Stahl.
Yeah, it just looked like someone just hung their gear just a little bit too long at the restart there. Just stacked the whole inside line up.
Better now than next week. Yeah.
Yeah. Another learning experience.
There you go. Call it what you will. You know, you'll think of the great NASCAR crew who's checking out calls it a dress rehearsal, the duels and the clash and all that jazz. Pretty much, right? Dress rehearsal before the big show. Learn what you can right now, right? It doesn't matter if you finish last in the duel, right? Of course, that does affect your starting position, but it's Daytona. You can make that up.
Yep, and it's a lot less money in these duels than it is in real life. I'll tell you that.
Oh, absolutely. On the field, getting up to speed, getting used to one another. It's Sean Long in the 84 machine down on the inside, setting the fastest lap, breaking into the 46 bracket. Sean Woodside, one of the newcomers to SRN this season in that 45 machine. Riding tail end of the field. Either he didn't make friends or he didn't want to make enemies. But to the tail end of the field goes to 45.
That's truly just probably feeling himself out, just trying to get the intensity down, trying to get the butterflies out the system. We'll see him go. On the other hand, though, it looks like that 47 from Lane Doyle, he is wanting to go. He was putting it 3 wide last lap, and now he's just, I don't know if he's trying to time up a run or what, but he's still looking.
Lane Doyle, he is he's a fast driver. He's got pace with him, but he's aggressive with it as well. It's all in meticulous nature. As he jumps to the outside, big run here. He jumps outside a side door, and now looking to see what he can gain up on the high side. Trying to see if Kyle Johnson would jump up with him, but to no avail. Near contacted there with the 86 of side door, and he'll fall back in line. But Doyle testing the momentum, seeing who's going to go with him. And looks like at the moment he's got Sean Corcoran in his back pocket. Let's see what maybe the 47 and 74 end up doing here.
Yeah, that third line you really got to get down inside, drop the middle there, and it's more trust in the middle of the middle lane than you. If that middle lane can't keep it straight, then well, everybody on back, you better tighten your seatbelts because you're going into the wall.
double wide, looking at 185-mile-an-hour pace laps here from Daytona. Radke and Spies dueling it out. Where have we heard that before? Well, last season, Radke and Spies, Stahl and Harris, a bunch of the front runners from last season, right back where they find themselves up front here at Daytona.
This duel's a lot more tame. I'll tell you that.
It seems like it, for sure, but we're still very early on. Only 5 laps complete here from Daytona in duel number 2. We'll see if that changes hands as the lap counter dwindles. Kyle Johnson.
I think it's a mixture of all these guys with one another for quite a while, and you know, you don't have as many drivers trying to prove something in their first race.
There you go, Michael Sidor in the middle, 3 wide, sideways, nearly contacted by Lane Doyle, and they save it. Sidor trying to drop down, contacted, and around goes the 86. Back across the racetrack, and the caution comes out.
Oh, hang on to it down there on the apron. There he goes. Yep, he straightened it out right there. Again, another wreck, and I don't think anybody really got any significant damage.
Yeah, for the most part, everyone all clean. Sidor just went for a lazy slide across the infield, and take a look and see what happened. Michael Sidor.
Looks like Sidor just got out of shape, and well, Doyle just never gave him any chance to really recover there.
Well, we'll take a look at it here. Here we go. Off of turn number 4, and we saw for the most of it live. Let's slow it down. Lane Doyle was trying to push the 86 and contacts him there in the left rear. Trying to hold on to it was Doyle, but he gets hit again and sent across the nose of the 54 of Kratke. Kratke drops down to the flat as well, having nowhere else to go, and shoves the 86 back straight, but sends him back across traffic. Huge dive there from the 17 of Ben Park. That's who you were mentioning there, David. Trying to save it down on the inside of the racetrack.
Yeah, and that's where the first turn to the road course is. So
Yeah,
I mean, you get on those you get on those rumble strips, and I mean you can get all 4s off the ground right there if you're not careful.
Absolutely. And so while we see most of that happening live, we're gonna get back to it here at Daytona. First caution of duel number 2. Second caution of the evening, if you will. Jeffrey Radke, Corey Stahl. First, second, Kyle Spies, Andrew Harris, Kyle Johnson. Any takers for pit lane as it's open this time? Maybe, maybe not. Cars peeking. Anyone going?
Nah, we're not pitting in a 20-lap race here.
Oh,
unless
here
you
comes...
got damage.
Here comes Ruggles and Kratke, Park, and Cunningham, Woodside. 6 trucks elect to come get pit service now.
Unless you got a little bit of damage, or if you're in the back of the pack, might as well throw on some tires and see if you can get that third lane to work just a little bit better.
Ben Park, hot on the binders there, tailing Joe Ruggles into the pit box. I think for the most part, Sidor and Cunningham, the only 2 who went for a slide there, will grab tires. Everyone else, maybe just wanting a little bit of a mental reset. Ben Park will win the race off pit road. Kratke, Cunningham, Woodside, Ruggles, and Sidor repairing damage. So while that happens, we're going to take another step aside. We'll hear a quick message from our partners here at Speed Racing Network. Don't go anywhere.
What I'm about to do is something you never want to do, ever, period. But because I have top coat F11, I can. Watch this. Literally, black paint. I'm just wiping it dry. Come on, you can't beat that. You just can't beat that. That's top coat F11 for you.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome, race fans, back to the virtual Daytona International Speedway. Emerson Arden and David Flanagan alongside myself here as duel number 2 resumes from Daytona. The iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety down the pit lane. The field in the hands of Jeffrey Radke. Green flag in the air, and racing resumes from Daytona. 10 to go.
Yep. 10 to go, and like I said last duel, it should ramp up just a little bit more here. We should see the intensity go off in these drivers' heads. Time to get to the front.
Everyone working their way back up to speed. 2 by 2 they go, nearly 3 wide there in the middle of the pack. It's still Radke and Stoll out in front. And now big run for Stoll, big push from the 87 of Andrew Harris. They go to the point, 9 to go.
Yeah, we'll see what this 87 and Speeds can do here. They're both the second car in their respected lanes, so we'll see if they can make a move to get into the front or if they're just content with pushing.
Right on board here with Jeffrey Radke, and you see the intensity is picking up there. The swaying, the car is moving with the wind. The truck's being very aggressive with the pushes and leaning on one another, and Stoll coming down the track there to maybe instill a little fear into Radke. Jumped out of line there. The 47 of Lane Doyle trying to go 3 wide, and he is with the 74 of Corcoran. 3 wide in the heart of the pack now.
They get this third lane to work. I'll tell you what, as soon as you get clear though, you gotta drop. You gotta get down.
We'll see now.
I think it's a little bit too early.
Season 5 champion Ben Park up there now. Many trips to the high side, dropping up to the middle. Around goes the 33 up and over. Corey Stoll goes for a wild ride at Daytona. And that truck lifted like a toy.
They all race with each other for a while, and they all get mad at each other for a while. I'll tell you that much.
Wow, Corey Stoll. He goes skyward. We'll take a replay and see what happened there. The aggression was just ramping up there, David, and we saw it there in the back straightaway. It was only a matter of time, and it all came to close there. And now I'm not so sure if this is the tame duel, David.
Yeah, not anymore. It just looked like too much incisiveness here. I mean, we're all zigzagging here. We're trying to figure out where we want to be before we actually know where we're gonna be, and that just really messed him up there.
A lot of dartiness there, and the 33 did not go for a full 360, but he did get some air, and thanks to the roof flaps there to keep that 33 truck on the bottom. And,
Yeah, it looked like the 87 truck there of Andrew was just trying to get back down.
yeah, I mean, he had a big run and tried to take it and contacted the 33.
Yeah, he moved up, try and fake out the 33 there, act like he was going top 3, and then when he pulled back down to go middle and split him, he just overcorrected there. And that's unfortunate there because he was looking real good. But again, it doesn't look like he's got that much damage there. Let's get back out there.
On board of Corey Stahl. Oh. You're not supposed to see that much, Sky.
No, it almost looks like the next gen car at Michigan, didn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Or Barry, yeah. Yeah, they had 2 of them in a row, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
man.
mean, the truck, the next gen, what else? What else is there? It's like we're playing Microsoft Simulator. Flight Sim.
On board here with Jason Green.
See, there he goes. Tries to go back middle. A little too much wheel input there and tries to correct it. Well, the rest is history.
Wow, wow, wow. Well, that is a classic Daytona wreck. And the driver's paying the price for it. Corey Stahl, Jason Green, Andrew Harris, and Lane Doyle.
Yeah, if I was the 33 stall there, you know, I'm asking the 87 of Harris. Man, why are we pulling that on lap 6? I get it. But why lap 6?
You know, maybe it is. Maybe it was a teaching moment for Harris. Maybe he wanted to know how that would go in the race, and I think he now knows that won't be all that great. Now we're going to be going green here with 4 laps to go here, David, and we still have, call it 10 healthy trucks if you want to say that. Ruggles did just close up, call it 11, I guess. Then 11 healthy trucks, 4 to go. Plenty of time to go from 11th to 1st. But you've seen the aggression kind of all come to a point, and most of those aggressive drivers are now at the back of the pack because of that crash. And so now you, not saying that any of these guys up here are timid, but these guys who are less likely to try something there, now the door is wide open for them to try something now.
Yeah, I really like Speed's chances here. I think he has a lot of respect from the people behind him and all around him, and I think he'll end up getting the win here.
I'd have to go back to the records, but I'm pretty sure Spees did take the Daytona race last season. Or if not Daytona, then he did take a plate race last season. Kyle Speed is definitely a good driver when it comes to the plate racing here, the drafting and all that jazz. He sees the way the air manipulates in ways some of these guys maybe don't. Maybe that's K a little too far. But, of course, Speed's back up front. He is to the outside there of the 3 of Jeffrey Radke. Will be to control the truck for this restart.
Yep, and it's all about when do you want to go. Do you want to try and push it 3 wide, or are you fine with your 7th place?
Well, we're going to find out. When we get back to racing, it'll be 10 miles to settle it. 4 laps to go from the high banks of Daytona. Jeffrey Radke, Kyle Spees, Sean Long, Kyle Johnson, Jason Kratke, the top 5 as the iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety down in the pit lane. Green flag back in the air, 4 laps to go.
And this is when the heart rate starts to pick up here. Plate races, man, your heart rate starts going. Under 5 laps to go, man, your heart's beating. I know it's just a duel, but I know they feel just as passionate about it.
Already going for it, Connor Cunningham trying to jazz this field alive, trying to get a third lane rolling whiff. The 55 of green goes up high. Lots of movings and snaking at the front of the field as Racky and Spees nearly go around off one another's nose. They're staying glued.
Yep, and that's just knowledge. That's just knowledge that Spees is trying to get to his inside there, and he's going to clear down with him.
Big wiggle for the 36. The 88 of Kyle Johnson up and hard into the outside wall. Big accident in the tri-oval.
Oh, there goes more.
Kratky, Long, Spees, and many more involved in this one, and 3 laps to go. And I would have to review the rules. I don't believe there is green-white checkers in the heats. We shall see. But we will see that after. We'll take a replay and see just what happened to the whole field there as they all converged on one another in the tri-oval. We saw most of it live. Here we go.
I didn't really see what happened there, but my guess is either side draft gone wrong or a bad push. And it's looking like a side draft gone wrong.
A little bit, but
Yep.
also looks like the 36 may be moving behind the 3. Maybe both drivers at fault there, but big hits there for the 36 and the 88. Looks like there the 84 gets turned around and Kratky into Ruggles. The 45 of Woodside.
Look at that. Great job missing the first time, and then here he comes not knowing there's a truck on the inside.
Yep. Cunningham and Woodside get
straight
together.
Into the outside wall.
Cunningham goes for a slide. Woodside now trying not to hit any of these trucks down here. Oh, man. A big slide there for Cunningham. My, oh, my. Take another look at this one. On board at 36.
I think it's just a little too aggressive side drafting there. I think Netcode ultimately pulled them up into each other there. But I think I know what he's trying to do, but I mean, you're just a little too far down right there, and that's what caused it. I don't think it was any fault of his own, but Netcode, but definitely
just a lot going on.
Some aggressive side drafting.
Oh yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Sometimes iRacing doesn't like it very much. Yeah, I guarantee if we go on Speed's onboard here, we can see him fighting the wheel, and it's just sucking him up into that netcode.
Well, now we take it to the front, and I believe we will get a green-white checkered. So we're not done with the action yet from Daytona.
Heck yeah. That's what we like. We like to finish under green.
Yeah, under green. That's what we need. Back to the live action. That's about all we got left for healthy trucks here, David.
And sometimes it ends up like that, especially with the field of 15.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got about what we have now, 3 yellows. I mean, you can expect a field of about 7, 8, 5 trucks. And you know, it's going to come down just like the last one. Who knows who? Who wants to work with who?
Well, 8
'Cause
trucks officially here getting lined up.
I know some of the drivers in my regular series, they won't even get on someone's bumper because they don't want to work with them.
And so we tick over. Now we are officially on lap number 21. So we are now into overtime. And we're doubled up and getting ready to get back to it. 9 trucks lined up here. We still await Jason Kratke, Jason Green, Kyle Johnson. They're going to rejoin the fray. We have lost Kyle Spees. And we still have Sean Woodside and Sean Long in the pit lane. The battle of the Seans. The battle of repair clocks down here in the pit. But this is all to see where you will start in that outside column come next week.
Yep, and it's about how bad you want it now. You want to try it, or are you content with your top 5? You missed all the wrecks. Are you good with where you're starting?
If you think you can contend this craziness any better, go ahead and hit www.speedracingnetwork.com. Gets you yourself registered for season 7. Still plenty of time to register. Still a week till the season opener. If you want in on this, you don't want to miss it. Join now.
Go find that money under your couch.
Yep.
Get signed up. It's real fun, real prizes, and a great group of people to be around.
I'll have to get the details specifically, but up to the top 15 in the standings will get paid out. And that'll be a lot of fun. So here we go.
Like your local dirt track at night. Go get paid.
The iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety down the pit lane. Leftover mangled steel, and Jeffrey Radke leads the field back to green. 2 laps to go. Overtime from Daytona.
As long as we come back and take the white, it's going to be official. We'll see what trucks are left here and how good they can push and how fast they are.
Here we go, everyone getting up to speed. Ben Park staying glued to the 3 machine of Jeffrey Radke. Lots of jostling for position down the back. Sean Corcoran.
So far, so good.
Yep.
Nice and steady. I wouldn't count out Doyle here. You know Doyle's real inclined to putting his truck somewhere where he wants to be.
How about Corey Stahl? 1 lap to go, and he was nearly upside down a few laps ago. He's in the heart of it. Contact there. Michael Sidor back into the pack. Contacts Andrew Harris. Big wreck. Lane Doyle. Joe Ruggles involved. But we stay green. It's Radke, Park, and Corcoran. Corey Stahl trying to get the draft.
I don't think he's going to be able to with the damage that he has. He's going to have some help from behind him. That truck on the outside, he's not going to have anything for him.
It's going to come down to, does Ben Park get clear? Sean Corcoran, they're going to be side by side. They battle it out to the line. Jeffrey Radke trying to block them all. And to the stripe, Jeffrey Radke wins duel 2 as they crash behind. Oh my goodness.
Man, and it's just one of those. It's like every lap we felt like it was an elimination race. It was like we were losing a truck.
I think by the end of it, David, we figure out this was not the calm duel.
No, it wasn't. It was the Battle Royale duel.
Oh my goodness, yes. And the last one standing was Jeffrey Radke.
Yep, Radke ran a great race. He was up front all race, and you know that's the way I like to do it. If you're up front, you can stay out of everything.
And so that'll do it. That is our duels. We'll see if any drivers are hanging around and wishing to have a word with us about it. But man, that was wild. I'd like to see if we'd have the chance to speak. If I were duel one winner here, look around. As Wally Babs, he is still around. Let me see if I can bring him on up. I cannot. Okay. Well, so much for that. If we'll hang around for a bit then. But if Wally Bab or Radke wanna come up and talk to us about how they feel or they did, the Fret Level Midnight Motorsports boys, how they feel they did, come on down and we'll have a chat with you. But while we're at it, I guess we can go back and try to figure out what happened on both of those last laps. So we're first gonna go back and try to find what happened in duel number 1 on the last lap. Unfortunately, the way iRacing is set up, you cannot stay in the heat for very long before it takes you to the next heat. And so that's what we're going to go back now and finally see what happened in duel number 1 on that last lap.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a bad push there that ultimately got that 33 to door the truck on the inside, or what happened there, but that 33 swung to the inside and the truck on his inside. I don't know who it was. Came and well, he got the door, and then they started wrecking ahead of him too. So yeah, I think there's 2 separate wrecks right there.
We're a little limited on the angles we can bring to you here, but we'll get an overhead angle. This is the last lap of heat number 1, duel number 1. And so the contact here, this happens between Scott Colal and Drake Carday on the high side, and Shane Wolf there as well. So contact there, Shane Wolf trying to be aggressive, get to the 51 of Vickery. And here's Colal coming up the track, a little contact there by Carday. And that sets that off. Contact there as well with Spencer Brown, but those two go around. And that is what happened at the end of duel number 1. Now, we'll take this opportunity to go back. Go for it.
You hate to see anybody wreck there, but, you know, you rather it be 2 people than the whole field.
Yeah. Here we go. We'll take a look at now duel number 2. And the last lap here.
It was a great job by Wally Babby there. Go out and win that duel number 1.
Yeah, it looks like a lot does happen here.
Yeah, it looked like there's 2 separate wrecks.
So here we go. This is 1 second. We've got the last lap of duel 2 queued up here. We saw the beginning of this incident, but we didn't see the rest of the mayhem. So we saw the contact between Sidor and Stahl, and Sidor coming back and getting Andrew Harris. But here Stahl gets into Ruggles and gets Lane Doyle. So
yeah, that's just real unfortunate there. You hate to see it on the last lap, but that's how it goes in real life and a lot of times in the sim. I mean, they mirror each other, and we said we can learn from this, but you can learn just as much from YouTube as you can from driving in the simulator. I mean, they're hand in hand.
That's fair. That is true. Well, a little muted because it's hard to get the results because of the way it was done, but it was a lot of fun tonight. Of course, Wally Babb getting the dual 1 victory and Jeffrey Radke the dual 2 victory. We had a lot of fun tonight. It's a little bit of a dress rehearsal for the field, but also for us. For myself, it's been about 3 months since I've been on production. So there's been a little bit of maybe graphics miscues or just lengthiness in replays. I'm getting my feet wet once again. It's been about 3 months since I've had to be back behind the controls as well. So a little bit of a practice for all of us. Will be much better next week, the drivers and us, for a great show next time out with the season opener at Daytona. You don't want to miss tomorrow night's Daytona duels for the Thermo Pro Series with the NASCAR B cars ready to dual battle here at Daytona as well, David. And you're going to be a part of that field. What are you going to take from tonight's race looking into tomorrow?
I'm going to go with the Radke approach here. I'm going to try and stay up front the whole race. I'm going to try and be up front and stay up front the whole race and just miss all the carnage behind me just in case I'm not in the tame duel.
Just in case. And it certainly was the tale of 2 duels tonight. We thought the first duel was a little rowdy with 1 caution and the last lap incident, but man, we had 3 incidents plus a wild last lap in duel number 2, and it all led to Jeffrey Radke leading the outside lane. And so as far as for tonight, that'll do it for us here from the Speed Racing Network and the virtual Daytona International Speedway. Thank you all so much for tuning in and joining us for tonight's action, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Tune in again, of course, tomorrow night for the Thermo Pro duels, and next Tuesday night for the season opener here for the HairClub Truck Series season opener from Daytona. Once again, this is David Flanagan and Emerson Arden, myself. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.